Maxim 4. Simplify your life so as to be identical with nature. The act title is Human to Humane, Humane to Divine. God is ultimate simplicity. So, the only methods that will take us there are the simplest methods. When we are not in tune with this goal, our own creation leads to complexity. The minute we are able to let go of our own creation, magic can happen. When we go back to that state beyond creation, it does not just mean going back in time. It means to dissolve into the singularity and beyond. It sounds like science fiction, but it is possible. Now, let's see how we are trapping in a prison of our own making. Simplicity is our essential original nature, and simplicity also means purity of consciousness. It is the reflection of that which existed in latent form before creation. Ego. The ego is our individual identity, and in its original form, it is simply that a plain identity without any preconceptions or attachments. As a function of the mind, it is our impetus to manifest things and is thus associated with our energy sheath, our pranamaya kosha. Without it, we would not be able to think, act, or be interested in anything. Complexities. But as complexities develop within our field of consciousness, the ego hooks onto these complexities, distorting its purity of identification. We start to identify with various things: our principles, our beliefs, our culture and conditioning, our ambitions, as well as the roles we play. We even go so far as to identify with our belongings and possessions. Belief system. All these things define our belief system. Whether we know it or not, our attitudes and actions emanate from the belief system. So, if we really want to change our attitudes and actions, we need to change our belief system. Impressions and samskaras. Our thoughts, feelings, and reactions to circumstances that have created impressions in our subtle field of consciousness. Those layers of complexity are knots that we call samskaras. They create the belief system in which we are enmeshed. Impressions are responsible for the emotional heaviness, turbulence, and entanglements we experience. Individual creation. The seeds of our individual creation are the impressions or samskaras that have been laid down in our subtle field of consciousness. Our thought has the same power as the original thought that led to the creation of the universe. And within this macrocosm of the universe, we exist as tiny microcosms with our own customized individual creations. Habits and tendencies. This complex network of our own making is also affected by external circumstances and the environment. The continuous interplay of our own network with that of others determines our personality and character, resulting in our habits and tendencies. From the metaphysical perspective, it is this complex network that shrouds the true divine nature of our existence. Thus, we are trapped in a prison of our own making. Now, let's see simplicity in action. It is the same channel through which we have descended. All that we have to do is to retrace our steps. We have to reverse the flow of our intention and attention from the outward pull of greater and greater complexity, diversity, and entropy to the inward pull of simplicity, purity, and unity. The message of Principle 4 is to simplify our life so as to be identical with our divine nature. So, let's see how we may apply this in our life. Outer nature. Living a life that is in tune with the natural world around us means resonating with it, being in tune with the rhythms of nature, and not hurting any living being without cause. Humans are the only living organisms that swim upstream against the current of rhythms of nature. Simplify our habits. We can re-establish our harmonious relationship with nature when we simplify our habits of eating, sleeping, exercising, breathing, and every aspect life to be in tune with natural cycles. Listening to our heart as well our body and its messages will also help us be attuned to nature. Unity in diversity. There are also other principles and rules that govern nature. For example, there is plenty of diversity in nature. Being open, accepting diversity, and seeing the unity in diversity are lessons we can learn from nature. Also, nature gives without holding back. It doesn't hoard. When we are generous and share our gifts with others, we are in tune with nature. Protect nature. It is also our duty to respect and protect nature rather than exploiting it. Activities that lead to harming of other species and the exploitation and mistreatment of various races of people, increase pollution, climate change are to be avoided if we want to be in tune with nature. Moderation. One way to do this is to shift from wants to needs. Live within our means and keep reducing our so called needs. Many people adopt an extravagant lifestyle to impress others and increase their status in society. Having reasonable comfort is a genuine need. However, any kind of extravagance is the need of the ego. This can be avoided. Inner nature. Then there is our inner divine nature, simplicity being its essence, purity, humility, calmness, poise, joy, and surrender go hand in hand with the simple life, and the result is innocence, which is the final condition we arrive at. Thus, to summarize, with the practice of this maxim, we go from ego to humility, disturbing mind to calmness, anger to peace, gloomy to joyful, arrogant to surrender, extravagance to moderation, belief leads to experience, form to formlessness, simplicity leads to purity, purity weaves destiny, The work of shattering our individual network and dissolving the tendencies of the mind is the spiritual work of the guide. He initiates the journey of our soul, loosens the knots in our subtle field of consciousness, and takes us up chakra by chakra so that our consciousness can continue to expand toward the goal. This is inner work. Each time we meditate, we experience new conditions. In this regard, our work is to practice meticulously while surrendering to His boundless wisdom and love. Most importantly, we learn to internalize the conditions we receive during meditation so that every day we create a better version of ourselves. To sum up, we are not merely human beings learning to evolve spiritually. We are spiritual beings waking up in human form, learning to become fully human, human to humane, humane to divine. Thank you.